What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? Today we are here with the second video of the Kendrick Lamar series, Section 80. The first video was overly dedicated, and hope you guys like that one. But if you didn't, technically it doesn't count because it's a mixtape, and this is his first album. So if you're going by the rules, technically it doesn't count. Or you might say, the video's still up there. Is it? Exactly. So yeah, today we're doing Section 80, and when I listen to the music, these are things that I think of. If you guys want to add things or think I should, be mindful of more things, feel free to comment or DM me. But the things I think of are the story, the content, the context of a story within a song or the mixtape or album. Because with Kendrick and definitely other rappers, that is a very important thing. Replayability is a big one, especially with Kendrick. We know you like jazz, Kendrick, but you know how that gets. Or some of these songs or albums are from a few years ago, or many years ago, and sometimes that just doesn't match up. Y'all have played a song from like a few years ago that you loved back in the day, but not back in the day. I'm like I'm 30, but back when you were younger, and then you play it now, you're like, this is the worst song I've ever heard in my life. So yeah, replayability is a big one. Production, it kind of goes hand in hand with the replayability. And if I hear a bar or a line that stands out, that is also something I would like to point out. But yeah, like I said, today we're doing Section 80. Hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into it. All right, so Kendrick Lamar, Section 80. The first title of the song is F Your Ethnicity.
As we stand on our neighborhood corner, know that this fire, this burden represents the passion you have. Keisha, Tammy, come from. I recognize all of every creed and color. Fuck your ethnicity.
Alive, yellow tape and colored lines. Fuck that nigga, look at that line and slow that first. They getting off work and wanna see Kendrick. I'm just a messenger, yeah, no life's a bitch. Get the best of her, we up our power and the people, and if they don't believe us, they'll die.
So the song F Your Ethnicity, essentially just like as the title says, it is not about who you are or what you look like. It is really about us, as you will see later in the album. We are together. This is not just something that applies to one person. This is all of us. Kendrick, this album is essentially him bringing us as one, him bringing us together. As a first song, Kendrick is not one of those people who's just gonna try to grab you the first song. So replayability and production, I wasn't expecting to be that good, but they were decent. They were both decent. And with the second song, we have Hold Up.
I wrote this record while 30,000 feet in the air. Stewart is complimenting me on my nappy hair. If I can fuck her in front of all of these passengers, they'll probably think I'm a terrorist. Just bury me with 20 bitches, 20 million in the compound. Hold up.
Now I think Kendrick really it's a few things throughout the song, but it's mainly just a song you play on a plane. This sounds, it just feels good. I think Kendrick, I think he likes to, sneak that in every once in a while. Just a song that not really about much. It just make you feel good. So this is one of those songs I would say is replayable. Kendrick also love that Gemini, bro. He gonna tell you he a Gemini. That's one thing he gonna do. He gonna tell you he a Gemini. Any chance he get.
On my nappy hair, if I can fuck her in front of all of these passengers, they'll probably think I'm on sound when the plane emergency landed. It was a hold up.
All right, so that was Hold Up. You know, like I said, it's one of those songs. I just think it's there to make you feel good. You know, he's gonna get deeper within, you know, the album, so you just gotta hang on. So the next song is ADHD.
Don't exist, man. You know when you're hard as Section.80, you feel like no one can relate, cause you are alone. That the world is about the end. Gives a fuck, we never do this unless it comes with an end. Wait, m.A.A.d and some hoes. PlayStation is a drink, technology, know what's up.
Now that is a line that I will say almost like encapsulate the whole song perfectly. Who gives a fuck? We never do listen unless it comes with an 808. m.A.A.d and some hoes, PlayStation and some Drake, technology bought my soul. Throughout the whole song, that is gonna be like briefly, you know, a brief description of what he goes through in the whole song. The generation, you know, 80s babies, they feel like they're, you know, they basically left not to die, but you know, they left to figure it out on their own, and you know, drugs, partying, alcohol, technology, those are the ways that they found to cope. Those are the ways they felt the world gave them to cope, and their only option is to indulge, and the only way you can get through is through a catchy song. That is a line that really caught me, because I'm thinking like, it's exactly what he's saying. The only reason it really registered is because this is a really catchy song. This is at the perfect intersection of the message and the music.
And then she started feeling the stuff like no one else in this apartment. Beg your pardon, oh I rap, baby. How old are you? She say 22, I say 23. Okay, then we all crank babies, because we born in the 80s. That ADHD crazy. Hey, doobies to the face. Fuck that. 2 pills in the halfway. Fuck that. Got a high tolerance when your age don't exist. Like whoa.
Whatever you like. So that song was ADHD, and now we have No Makeup, or Her Vice, featuring Colin Monroe.
I love the way you put it on your eyes. The roses on your face light up the sky. But I wanna know, do you mind? No makeup today. I know she about to ask me how she look. I tell her beautiful and how long it took for you to put it on. It was early in the morning. She resembled a model hider from MacBook.
My complexion in a direction.
I'm outgrown.
I feel like it's not enough. I can never put on too much makeup. Yeah, I know
Your imperfections.
I be constantly stressing from him. Is where I get it from. I hate my lips and nose, my
Eyebrows.
it's the beauty in me. But what you don't see is that I had a black eye.
Okay, so that was No Makeup, and in this song, Kendrick is basically telling a story through his eyes, where he's witnessing a woman who's beautiful, but she just covers it all with makeup. She just feels like, and even she narrates, or she sings a little bit, and just says she feel like she needs so much makeup. She then goes to say that the cause of this, he's giving her a black eye, and this is someone who he's telling the story of this album through. This is all a part of, you know, the generation, the women that I guess they feel like they're, you know, they're not doing enough. Their problems, or, you know, the things that they physically have a problem with, are either, you know, something that was pointed out by, you know, society or another man, or it was given to her by another man, like the black eye. That was No Makeup. And next we have Tammy's song, which I'm guessing that's who the last song was about.
Don't judge me.
I know this girl, she a real good girl. In the middle of the night, she checked his phone. Right, when he played the flip, man, it was on. Matter of fact, Tyrone was on speed dial, so when she got home, was going down. She go fuck that other nigga when she tired of her nigga. That's when one make you sick of men. They think of a video they hand to in each other, uncover emotions with life. They go with other bitches when they tired of these niggas. With other bitches when they tired of these niggas. Fuck with other bitches on the side of these niggas.
So that was Tammy's song, and what I got from that is that, you know, this dude is treating her wrong, but you know, she can get some get back. This is her get back. Whether it be the friend that he's mentioning in the song, you gotta watch for her friends. Listen to me. Or just another dude that, you know, he always on speed dial, like he says. Next song we have chapter 6. It's keeping up with this theme of chapters, like a book.
Riding with the boys and girls and we're high. All we want to do is have a good time. This is how we live high. Pray that we make it to 21.
Hey, this is another line that is perfect for this song. Young, wild, and reckless, this is how we live life. Getting high to pass the time, because, you know, that's just how we live life.
There's an even more important topic I'd like to discuss. The dysfunctional bastards of the Ronald Reagan era. Live fast and die young. Who's willing to explain this story?
Hey, Kendrick is going to keep referencing this generation, the 80s. That line, young, wild, and reckless, this is how we live life. Here for a good time, not a long time. Drake said it. All right, the next song is Ronald Reagan era.
We're far from good, not good from far. 90 miles per hour down, come up long, 'cause the kids just ain't alright. Look at this shit, look at this sound like 30 keys under the Compton court building. Hope the dog truck's snapping.
Welcome to Vigilante. 80, so don't you ask me. I'm hungry, my body's empty. Take it in vain, fight it, it's good to ease the pain. Lightning bolts hit your body, you thought it rained. Bullet to your hip, your homicide to remind you that Compton crib niggas ain't nothing to fuck with. Compton pride rules ain't nothing to fuck with. But this ever being the hottest. Squad cars, neighborhood wars, and stolen monsters. I tell you motherfuckers that life is full of hydraulics. Up and down, get a 6-4, better know how to drive it. Compton essays ain't nothing to fuck with. But they fuck with me, and bitch, I love it. Can't detour with wet war with your city, I run for it. Just ride with me, just die with me, that gun store. Right there, when you fight, don't fight fair, 'cause you'll never win. Yeah.
Hey, Kendrick, you know, he always has these one-liners that will just perfectly generally tell us of, you know, what the whole song is about. That last line, can't detour when you're at war with your city. Why run for it? Just ride with me, just die with me. That gun store right there. When you fight, don't fight fair, because you'll never win. The entire song is just going through really the war that's going on in Compton, and you know, we hear it a lot in, you know, Kendrick music. And, you know, Kendrick also you know, throws a lot of drug and alcohol references throughout the song. It wasn't only just a war with, you know, it's about the Crips, the Bloods, the essays. It wasn't just a war with them or just a war with drugs. It was, you know, it's just a war with themselves. In the beginning of the song, he talks about being a vigilante, and that's ultimately what, you know, the song is about. Really just having to adapt to your environment. And, you know, just like he said, if you don't fight fair, you'll never win. Just as with everything, you know, during this album, they're just coping. They're all just coping the ways that, you know, they have to. The next song we have is Poor Man's Dream, aka His Vice, with featuring GLC.
I used to want to see the penitentiary way after elementary. Since my uncles was institutionalized, my intuition said I was suited for family size. But anyway, this for my niggas, uncles. 23 hours sending me pictures. I want you to know that I'm so determined to blow that you hear the music I wrote. Hope we get you off that road. I'm 23 with morals and plans of living cordial. Not rich but wealthy. There's nothing you can tell me. My killings are not remorseful. The city got my back. Before that, I give them my torso. And don't call me lyrical, cause really I'm just a nigga that's evil and spiritual. I know some rap.
Don't call me lyrical. Really, I'm just a nigga that's evil and spiritual.
My simplest shit be more pivotal. I penetrate the hearts of good kids and criminals. Worry some.
Good kids, criminals. That sounds like, you know, the beginning title of another album, but what do I know? What do I know? You know, I'm just listening.
But anyway, this for my pops. On his lunch break, eating in that parking lot. I wanna be heard, probably thought he worked my nerves. But really he was stressing me getting what I deserve. So the next time he roll up and drop grams in it, he probably be out of work, laid back while he smoke good, eat good, live good. Smoke good, eat good, live.
Alright, that was Po Man's Dream, and what I think Kendrick goes through with this song is he will make it out, and he will make it out for his friends, his family, all those in jail that he talks about. You know, rapping is really what he thinks will take him out and, you know, give his family a good life. Hence the chorus, smoke good, eat good, live good. You know, this is what he wants for himself. This is what he wants for, you know, the people he's talking about in the song. Kendrick also knows that, you know, one wrong path and he could have been the same way. He said, really, I'm just a nigga that's evil and spiritual. He talks about being a vigilante, and I think this kind of goes with that. You know, he was a rapper. He was a little more conscious than most, but, you know, the streets was also, you know, very close to him, or just like he always says. With the next song, we have chapter 10.
In time, you'll learn this is a
I'm just a nigga from Section 80.
Show of hands, how many been taking notes? Leave everything on the table now. Vulnerability. This is your generation. Show your pain.
That was just something quick. I think Kendrick just, you know, just to further, you know, what he's been saying the entire album. He feels like he's, you know, the tool that's needed to, you know, bring together the whole generation. And I also like how, you know, a lot of these songs the beats are very mellow. I believe that goes with the talking about the drugs. And the next song is Keisha's song.
fancy girls on Long Beach Boulevard, flagging down all of these flashy cars.
And she captured features of a woman, but only 17, the 7 cars start hugging. She started running like Flojo. Don't care if they Joe Blow, if they got money to blow. A blowjob is a sure go, down with $30. She give it all to her daddy, but she don't know her father. See a block away from Lewis Park, I seen the El Camino Park. And in her heart she hated there, but in her mind she made it where nothing really matters. So she hit the back seat. Rosa Parks never a factor when she making ends meet. Remember Sergeant let her slide? Said if he seen what's between her thighs, he'd compromise. To no surprise, she took the ultimatum around the alleyway and gave him a warm welcome that felt the right below the navel. She suddenly realized she'll never escape the allure of a black man, white man, needing satisfaction. At first it became a practice, but now she's numb to it. Sometimes she wonder if she can do it like nuns do it. You can blame it on her mother for letting her boyfriend slide candy under her cover. 10 months before she was 10, he moved in, and that's when he touched her. This motherfucker is the fucking reason why Keisha rushed. But in her mind she made it where nothing really matters. Still she hit the backseat, they caught a knife inside the bladder. Left her dead raped in the street, Keisha saw. My little sister 11, I looked her right in the face the day that I wrote this song, sat her down and pressed play.
Fancy girls on Long Beach Boulevard, oh, flagging down all of those flashy cars.
So that was Keisha's song, and it goes through the story of Keisha. I'm not sure if she's a prostitute but she's something of the sort. You know, it talks about, you know, her, you know, doing it for the money and just to get her nails done and her hair done, just so, you know, she could please another man and she can give the money to her daddy, but it's not her father. That's the line in the song. But to her, you know, that was just another thing. It didn't matter to her. She made to where it doesn't matter. You know, she knew how dangerous it was. She knew that the police were always looking for her, as it says in the song. It would hurt, but it was just the way life was. And we find out that's because she was raped by her mother's boyfriend when she was younger. And just like, you know, the rest of the generation, her actions are only a product of, you know, how she was raised and the world around her. But also, you know, with this song and with really most of the songs on this album, the production has, you know, it's holding up. I like it for this album. You know, it's a lot of like mellow or really action filled beats, but I feel like, you know, that's how it was with the generation. That's what he was trying to display, you know, through the music. The next song is Cushion Corinthians. Actually, the next song is Rigor Mortis. I totally forgot about that one, but yeah, next song is Rigor Mortis.
Alright, here we go, third take. Real quick, Ali. You can do it. Yep. Amen. I hear you. Amen. Amen. Now you breathing with tracking, so crack the egg in your basket, and don't ask me your favorite rapper. Yep. Amen. I know. For sure. Amen. Hey, we all are sinners. Once you said it's the Bible study, faster. Your hypocrite reaction of blasphemy. I assassin my passion. Games that I go visit the nearest street, and I get busy. Yo, many MC, pretty ballistic. Anybody can see any assistance. Everybody that sees some persistence. Recognize I'm being really too vicious. The primitive beast of the demolition. Breaking up the street, better partition. Don't ask for your favorite rapper. Yep. Amen. I know. For sure. Amen.
Now I think, you know, it ain't too much to that song. I think Kendrick just wants to flex a little bit, you know, see if he could really rap on that little jazz beat. It was good, but I don't know how the hoes gonna feel about this jazz beat. Yeah, so just, you know, don't play this one around. Just don't play it. I'm not saying it's not good. Just, you know, this one you could leave it alone. You know, just you see it, be like, Kendrick, I respect you. Next song. I'm sorry. Like I'm gonna do. Next song. The next song is called Cushion Corinthians.
It go ride so it, cause you never know when a bullet might hit and you die so it, live your life, live it right, be different, do different things, don't do it like he did, cause he ain't what you is, but we can win it to the meaning of life. What's my purpose? Maybe this earth ain't a good place to be. Wonder when I die, will he give me receipts? I wonder with the eyes of the Lord look at me. I'm a loser, I'm a winner, I'm good, I'm bad, I'm a Christian, I'm a sinner, I'm humble, I'm loud, I'm righteous, I'm a killer. What I'm doing, I'm saying that I'm human. But why must we retaliate? Is it human nature? I don't know. I look for the answers later. Make a right, there they go. Sometimes gotta ride to it. As I open this book and then burn up some of this grief for my plan is to figure out the world and escape all my demons. I'm dying inside. I wonder if sighing inside the heavens. A condom, a rolling chain, a fat blunt, and a M.A.A.d. They said I might jump tonight. Have you ever had no mistake that was taking sinners advice? Well, it's probably you. Am I right? If I'm wrong, you a fucking lie. When I wonder if I'm just a villain, dealing my morals away. Some people, they say I'm wild and they're young and with lack of guidance. There's hundreds of us with problems. More money, more drugs, and violence. Look at the soul of an out of control artist that's dealing with life the hardest.
Lord, what kind of life is this? Mama, I just want to sing. Mama said, according to the everything, you gotta just everything. So I'm smoking my cushion.
He said sometimes you gotta ride to it, and I saw that it's two different things. One being like you just have to take life as it is, but also you know sometimes you gotta ride to it, meaning might have to go get the gun. I do really like the production in most of these songs. He made it for the people who who's smoking just want to hear, just something mellow, cool. And I feel like that's what most of the beats have been. That's what these beat is. And I also think this is about, they're all just, how you said in the beginning of the album, they're all just searching, for the solution. And this is how they think they'll get to it. So, and the next song we have is Blow My High.
Wanna ball, I let brawls at the mall. If he or watch you fall, I can fuck with y'all.
Pussy ass hoe niggas. Ain't nothing gonna happen soon for y'all. While I'm hearing everything I hear your bullshit. Self-pity, reason why you never dealt with me. Reason why your girl dealt with me.
I can fuck with y'all.
Pussy ass hoe niggas.
I can fuck with y'all.
Bitches all up in my business.
I can fuck with y'all.
Look at my life and look at yours. Get some ambition while you bored. Time will never wait on no man. Society will never hold your hand.
I'm sending him before me. And now you know to it again.
Okay, that was Blow My High, and I think Kendrick was just referencing people who, they don't really have that much motivation. He just says, nothing's really gonna come to you. Like, you really just have to go take it. That's wasn't much else to it. The next song is Ab-Soul's outro, because we're at the end of the album now.
About enlighten me, is you gon' live on your knees and down your feet for Hennessy? I'm bad bitch from the penitentiary.
Section.80 babies play right away.
President is black, but you can't vote for me. You vote for the better man. Come to our show, you can see the diversity. Unify the people, they gon' keep it universally. We might not change the world, but we gon' manipulate it. I hope before started high power, cause a generation needed a generator and a system made to disintegrate us.
Speak for Generation Y. Why lie? I do. Section.80. Your son to play me if radio on. Daughters that just turned 1 to 21. Listen to Kendrick. You tell it. See, I spent 23 years on this earth searching for answers. Till one day I realized I had to come up with my own. I know the next time I talk about one of those close down in history all in the same sentence, just know I meant it and you felt it, cause you too are searching for answers.
Yeah. So what I think is going on in this song is Ab-Soul and Kendrick. It's the album concludes, give the generation like the spirit that they need, then they can go live their own lives and make their own destiny. And I think that's what Kendrick and Ab-Soul, I think that's what they're trying to do through this song, and really what Kendrick is trying to do through the last few songs of this album, or really throughout the whole album. And, sometimes it's Kendrick knows and Ab-Soul's soul knows, sometimes they have to be through a song. Also, I want to go back to the lyric, how can he talk about money, hoes, clothes, God, and history and all in the same sentence? Maybe Kendrick has seen that, our generation, this is what we use to come up with reasons. We as people, we always try to come up with a reason or something to believe. That's why he's speaking about a lot of them, because you have to hear all of them and come up with your own. And that's what he's saying about the whole generation, to just find your own, write your own story. Like, you don't need what society is giving you, make it yourself. But I hate to say it, Kendrick, but don't play this around anyone. Actually, don't really play it twice, just hear it and get the message. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm sorry, I have to say it, I don't want to hear this jazz beat. Like, Kendrick, we understand your love for jazz, but what I look like doing this song? I'm not doing that. So, but you know, great song, love it. But you're not playing this in the car. You're not playing this anywhere but your house, by yourself, no one around. Now we're going to the last song of the album, High Power.
Everybody put 3 fingers in the air. The sky's falling, the wind is calling, stand for something or die in the morning. Section 80, high power. Visions of Martin Luther staring at me. Malcolm X put a hex on my future, someone catch me. Hit that like a Haitian, why you motherfuckers waiting? I'll be off the slave ship, building pyramids, writing my own hieroglyphs.
Like I said in the last song, I feel like, you know, that's the main message, that, you know, they have to write their own story. You know, everything that this, you know, society is throwing at you, you know, you have to fight it. Come into your own. That's really what it is.
I need a license to kill. I'm standing on the field full of landmines, doing some moonwalk, hoping I blow up in time. 2012 might not be a fucking legend, trying to be a fucking legend, a man of mankind. So fucking frightening enough to drive a man insane, a woman insane. The reason Oreo don't sing, or Perco bang loaded that clip and then said bang.
All right, so that was the conclusion of the album. I think Kendrick did a really good job. You know, of course, this being the first album, you know, there's a few beats in there that, you know, I wouldn't necessarily play in front of anyone, but the rest are, you know, are really decent, or really decent to really good. I believe they, you know, they match the album, they match the content. There's a good mixture of content and you know, playability. So like I said, that was Section 80 by Kendrick Lamar. Next we will have the one, Good Kid, M.A.A.d City. Boy, I'm so excited to do that one. But yeah, I think the most replayable songs on this are Hold Up, ADHD, and Kush Corinthians, if you want to just have a few to you know, get you into it first. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and peace.